Hey, all right, it's Coach Edwards here with lacrossegoalietips.com and lacrossegoalieuniversity.com. I hope you're having a great season, and if you're not, shoot me a note and maybe we can get you straightened out. Congratulations to all my Lacrosse Goalie University members who had a great week. I love the feedback. I love hearing from you guys and all the goalie critiques that I did this week for you guys. I hope those really helped. Okay, so if you're not a member of Lacrosse Goalie University, you want to be, click on the coaching tab at the top of this page and head to Tier 1. You should at least be a Tier 1 member of our Lacrosse Goalie University. Check it out. It's the best thing available for goalie coaches around, and I try to make it better all the time. Okay, so this question comes from Lucy, and she says, my daughter loves playing goalie and is developing into a pretty good goalie, but she's having trouble with the shots down low. What are some good drills to get her stopping the ball down low more consistently? Her coach treats the goalie position as more of a hassle than, sorry, a little typo here. Goalie position as more of a hassle, which is sadly a huge departure from her coach's last season and on her club team. Lucy, I'm sorry to hear that you've got that to deal with, but you know what, I hate to say it's not uncommon, okay? There's a lot of coaches, a lot of well-meaning coaches out there, and I could speak as having been a coach and coaching teams that coaching every position on the field is a challenge. And I think it's easier being a goalie coaching other positions and maybe having played them or dabbled in them at certain times in your career than to maybe just being an attackman or a midi trying to coach the D and the goalies. It's a big challenge. That's why I started Lacrosse Goalie University. I've got a lot of coaches in there who finally have a resource for just everything they need to know about incorporating lacrosse goalie into their practice, in their team, their communication, all sorts of stuff like that. So check that out and definitely pass that on to your coach. And I'm willing to help where I can. Okay, so this is a great question. And in terms of stopping the ball down low, there's a couple things. First is stance. One of the things I find is that a lot of goalies will, when they're playing the shooter, they think that the ball can go basically everywhere equally, meaning they can get a shot up here just as much as they get a shot down low. What I encourage you to do with your daughter is to get some video and watch and see just where are the shots going on her. Are most of them down low? Are most of them upstairs? Because what happens is, as a goalie, you start to basically, other teams want to shoot on you in certain spots. They'll say, oh, that goalie's good down low, or that goalie's good upstairs. Well, if she's getting a lot of shots down low, she can actually adjust her stance down a little bit, almost in anticipation for those low shots. The example I use is like when you watch poker on ESPN, right? Which is the most boring thing ever, I know. But what they'll do is they'll say, like, this guy has a hand and he's got an 80% chance of winning. And this guy's got a hand and he's got a 20% chance of winning. Whereas a goalie, it's kind of the same thing. If I'm in the cage and I'm getting shot on, if I look big upstairs, meaning I'm covering a lot of the net upstairs, and then people are going to shoot on me low, then I kind of know, like, well, there's like maybe a 60% chance of the shot going down low and a 40% shot going up high. So I may adjust my stance where I'm more ready to go down than necessarily up. It's easier to go up than it is to go down. All right. So the other thing I'll mention is make sure that she is protected in her shins. Now, for the women's game, it's a rule, right? You've got to have shin guards on. Well, maybe she's got to step it up a little bit. And, I recommend wearing baseball shin guards, okay? In the women's game, goalies aren't running a ton, and wearing baseball shin guards protects the leg from the middle of the thigh to the top of the foot. And if she feels more comfortable down low, she's probably going to want to get there to stop more balls, okay? So keep that in mind. I've been a big proponent of more protection for goalies. And while we've got a rule in the women's game, we don't necessarily have that in the men's game yet. But in terms of getting those shots down low, added protection will help, and also getting her stance, getting her ready to basically explode it down is going to really help her. So have her prioritize this in practice, right? Get out to practice and get out there, and once she gets a little basic warm-up, and you prioritize those low shots. Do them first in the warm-up, okay? So that she's got more and more of an opportunity to basically work on those saves with a fresh body, right? She's fresh, she's coming to practice, and now she can be really explosive and she can make more stops, okay? So Lucy, thanks for the great question. If you've got a question for me, email me at coachedwards@lacrossegoalietips.com. And by all means, I'd appreciate it if you would share this post, like it, pin it, tweet it, Google Plus it. And by all means, if you're not a member of Lacrosse Goalie University, why not? Check out the coaching tab at the top. click through, join Tier 1, okay? It's my entry-level tier for Lacrosse Goalie University with tons of hours of coaching footage in there to help you become a better goalie fast. It's the best resource on the internet. Cheers. Talk to you soon. See you next week.